You are lucky if you got laid off. When I was laid off, the first thing I thought about wasn't money. It was identity. It felt like a badge I had been wearing for years was suddenly taken off my chest. And in that moment, I realized I hadn't just lost a job. I had lost who I thought I was. But the real story didn't begin that day. It began to unravel. I'm a white-collar woman in her mid-40s, living in a large, chaotic city. On paper, everything looked fine. Good schools, good companies, strategic roles, decision-making rooms, presentations, responsibility. From the outside, I was in the she-made-it category. From the inside, it was more layered. I'm intelligent. I'm sensitive. I'm fragile. For years, I refused to accept that those three could coexist in the same person. I put my intelligence forward. I hid my sensitivity because corporate life accepts masculinity only. I locked my fragility away in a drawer because I'd show me weak. I was the problem solver at the office, taking everyone's responsibility on my shoulders when there was a crisis. Personalizing the problem as if I was the root cause of it and always find a way out, even it costs a lot of nerves inside my head. And life rewarded me accordingly. High pace, high responsibility, high stress. It sounds impressive, but it's exhausting. I had relationships, a marriage, passion, joy, breakups. I was avoiding griefs just to get this life going. But I couldn't realize that there was a pattern underneath it all. I was trying to be chosen, be seen, be valued. That pattern walked beside me for years without me noticing. Sometimes in heels, sometimes in sneakers. Then one day, I was laid off. No drama, no shouting. Calm voices, rational sentences. But something inside me shifted. Losing my job wasn't just losing income. It felt like losing an identity. The first week, I was strong. The second week, I was strategic. The third week, slightly anxious. Then one morning, I noticed how long the days had become. The calendar was empty. No meetings, no invites, no urgency. And the most unsettling part, I was alone with myself. I desperately tried to find another corporate job. My first interview after being laid off felt like a threshold. My heart was racing. For the first time in years, I felt exposed. Not just my resume, but me. When I walked out, I didn't feel triumphant. There were sentences I replayed, phrases I wished were sharper. Then I stopped everything, realizing that I was getting into the same life pattern again. I stopped. Everything stopped. Even the life outside my window stopped. For 2 months, I felt like I got stuck in the middle of an infinite salt lake. Everywhere was white that I couldn't even distinguish the earth and sky. This took me around 2 months. But later, something surprising happened. I realized I was actually good. Not perfect. Not dazzling. Just good. And for the first time, I wasn't measuring my worth by the outcome. That was new. For years, I equated results with identity. If the job was good, I was good. If I was chosen, I was valuable. Being laid off forced me into a different realization. Results change. I remain. That awareness didn't arrive overnight. My nervous system resisted. What if nothing comes? What if this lasts too long? The days felt long. Motivation dipped. But this time, I didn't dramatize it. In the past, I would have analyzed for hours, called friends, enlarged the story, made it epic. This time, I let it infuse. I didn't boil it. I didn't escalate it. I let it steep. And that changed everything. The biggest shift was this. I learned to be satisfied with myself, independent of the result. Saying I was good before any offer arrived was a quiet revolution. That kind of confidence isn't loud. It doesn't scream. It doesn't demand proof. It's simply this. I showed up as myself. That's enough. I'm still sensitive. My emotional sensors probably operate at a higher frequency than average. I feel deeply. I experience intensely. But I no longer get on emotional roller coasters. Not because I can't, because I choose not to. There's a difference. I don't confuse chaos with passion anymore. I don't mistake tension for aliveness. I don't equate being chosen with existing. When fear of loss appears, I don't panic. I observe. Right now, I'm in what I call a selection phase. Options may be limited, the days may still feel long, the rhythm hasn't fully returned. But something inside is different. In the past, success held me upright. Now I hold myself upright. That is not dramatic, it's quiet, almost boring. Integration doesn't come with fireworks. You don't wake up one morning and declare yourself complete. You simply notice one day that you're no longer dramatizing, no longer shrinking, no longer collapsing before the outcome arrives. Today, things are still unfolding. There are still emails I'm waiting for. There are still long afternoons. But I am no longer waiting for myself. I am choosing myself. Jobs come and go. Relationships begin and end. Titles shift. But a woman who has found her center doesn't disappear again. And that, more than any position I've ever held, feels like success. This is my story, and hope you liked it. If so, please press the thumbs up so I can support you with more real-life videos about corporate life and career journeys.